For centuries, whispers of secret societies have lingered in the shadows, casting an enigmatic spell over history itself. These groups, cloaked in mystery, are said to have held the reins of power, pulling strings from behind the scenes to influence revolutions, steer governments, and mold the fate of entire nations. Their names inspire both fascination and fear, their actions shrouded in secrecy, leaving behind only a trail of questions and half-forgotten legends. But what is the truth behind these hidden forces? Are they the architects of the world as we know it, operating in silence to shape our destiny? Or are they merely the fabrications of wild imaginations, a web of myths designed to distract us from what truly matters? Tonight, we embark on a daring journey into the unknown. We will unravel the hidden stories, explore the forbidden corridors of power, and confront the unsettling possibility that some secrets were never meant to be revealed. This is not just a story, it's an exploration of the secret societies that shaped the world. Prepare yourself for a thrilling adventure filled with suspense, revelations, and mysteries that may change the way you see the world forever. Will you dare to uncover the truth? What lies in the shadows? Deep beneath the surface of our history, within the hidden corridors of time, lies an enigma so profound that even the most astute minds have failed to fully comprehend it. It is here, in the deep recesses of civilization, that secret societies have existed, secret, yet pervasive, woven intricately into the fabric of society's most pivotal moments. These societies are not mere clandestine clubs or passing fads. They are ancient, almost primordial in nature. Bound by oaths older than nations themselves, they possess rituals, symbols, and legacies passed down through centuries, their true purpose obscured by layers of deception and time. The history of mankind as we know it is but a partial reflection of the larger picture. Behind the curtain of every great revolution, behind the rise and fall of empires, behind every monumental breakthrough in science and philosophy, there are whispers of these shadowy figures, whose influence is so profound, so far-reaching, that it transcends the realms of ordinary understanding. These orders are not just political forces. They are spiritual, philosophical, and intellectual. Their symbols are present at the very foundations of the world's most sacred temples and monuments. But what if these symbols, etched into stone and parchment, hold something far greater than we have been led to believe? What if these seemingly innocuous signs are actually keys to unlocking the deepest secrets of existence itself? Rumors of their influence stretch back across the ages, claiming that they were the architects of mankind's greatest achievements. Be it the rise of civilizations, the shaping of revolutions, or the sudden emergence of brilliant minds. But for every story of their guiding hand in the advancement of humanity, there is another darker tale. A tale of manipulation, hidden agendas, and whispered conspiracies that stretch far beyond mere politics. It is said that these secret societies do not merely react to the world. They shape it from the shadows, bending it to their will. They are the puppeteers, pulling at the strings of human destiny with precision and purpose, orchestrating events in a way so subtle that the world is none the wiser. What lies beneath their carefully constructed veils of secrecy? What do they truly seek to protect or perhaps conceal? These organizations are not just about power or wealth. They are about knowledge, a knowledge that has been hidden from the masses for centuries, perhaps even millennia. This knowledge is not just esoteric in nature, it holds the potential to change the very course of human history. It is said that in the hands of those who truly understand it, this knowledge can unlock the hidden forces of the universe itself, revealing truths about existence, the cosmos, and the very fabric of reality that most are not ready to face. The question then becomes, where did these secret societies originate? Some believe they trace their roots to the very dawn of humanity, back to a time long before recorded history, when ancient civilizations were just beginning to emerge. Others argue that their true origins lie in a time even more mysterious, when humankind first began to grapple with the vast, unknown forces of the universe and the very essence of creation itself. Could they be the descendants of a long-forgotten group of enlightened beings who possessed knowledge so advanced that it became the cornerstone of the world's greatest myths? Or perhaps, they are the keepers of forbidden knowledge, guardians of wisdom too dangerous to be shared with the general populace? Their influence is evident not only in the halls of power but also in the design of the world itself. From the ancient pyramids of Egypt to the grand cathedrals of Europe, from the hidden vaults of long-lost libraries to the secret chambers of sacred temples, the symbols of these societies are etched into the very stones of the earth. These symbols are more than just markings. They are the gatekeepers to a world that lies just beyond our grasp, a world where knowledge flows like a hidden river, unseen and untouched by most. But who controls this river, and what happens to those who dare to drink from its waters? Some say it leads to enlightenment. Others claim it leads to madness. The deeper one delves into the shadows of these societies, the more elusive the truth becomes. For every answer uncovered, another layer of mystery unfolds, leading to even more questions. What are they hiding? What truths have been concealed from the public for so long that they now seem like mere fantasy? As we explore these hidden corners of human history, we find ourselves tangled in a web of secrets so intricate, so profound, that it seems impossible to unravel. The more we seek the truth, the further it slips away, like a shadow that moves just beyond the reach of the light. Are these secret societies simply groups of ordinary men and women who have banded together for common cause? Or are they something far more ancient, far more powerful than we can imagine? Are they the stewards of wisdom passed down through the ages, or the manipulators of a world in which they alone hold the key to power? The questions multiply, but the answers remain elusive, hidden just beyond the veil, waiting for those brave enough to seek them. And yet, as we peer deeper into the shadows, one thing becomes undeniably clear. The darkness is not merely a cloak of concealment. It is the very fabric of their existence. The power of these secret societies lies not in the light, but in the shadows, in the realms of mystery and ambiguity, where the boundaries between truth and fiction are blurred, and the line between the known and the unknown vanishes entirely. What lies beyond this veil? Perhaps it is not just history that we have yet to uncover, but the very nature of existence itself. A truth that could change everything or destroy us all. Only by venturing further into the unknown can we hope to uncover the mysteries that lie in the shadows. The Freemasons, architects, or manipulators. In the deep recesses of history, where the light of truth flickers dimly, a brotherhood stands shrouded in both admiration and suspicion. This ancient order, known as the Freemasons, has been the subject of countless speculations, mythologies, and conspiracies for centuries. Emerging from the humble guilds of stonemasons in medieval Europe, they began as skilled artisans, united by their craft and their dedication to constructing the grand cathedrals and fortresses that adorned the landscapes of Europe. But over time, the Freemasons evolved into something far more complex, far more elusive. A secretive brotherhood whose reach stretches across continents and ages, whose influence is woven into the very fabric of civilization itself. But as we stand at the precipice of history, peering into the depths of their enigmatic world, the question persists. What is their true purpose? To the uninitiated, the Freemason symbols may appear as nothing more than harmless relics from a bygone era. The square and compass, the all-seeing eye, the G symbol. These are the recognizable emblems that adorn their lodges, rituals, and regalia. On the surface, these symbols seem like mere markers of craftsmanship, simple tools to guide the skilled hands of builders. But to the initiated, they hold profound meaning, representing a knowledge that transcends time and space. These symbols are not just decorative. They are keys to a hidden world, a world that only those who have passed through the gates of Masonic initiation are permitted to enter. Their presence is everywhere, in the design of ancient temples, embedded in the architecture of grand city halls, and woven into the very stones of national monuments. But why? Are these symbols just echoes of an ancient tradition, or do they point to something far more significant, something that the world has yet to fully comprehend? At first glance, the Freemasons present themselves as champions of enlightenment, advocates of morality, and defenders of intellectual progress. They claim to be a society built upon the ideals of brotherhood, charity, and truth, dedicated to the betterment of mankind through personal and collective self-improvement. Their lodges are said to be sanctuaries of wisdom, places where like-minded individuals gather to seek knowledge and understanding, guided by principles that promote virtue and righteousness. But as we look closer, the facade begins to crack. Beneath their noble claims, an unsettling question begins to emerge. Are the Freemasons truly the architects of a brighter future? Or are they, in fact, the hidden manipulators of a world veiled in secrecy? The Freemasons' lodges, closed to the outside world, are guarded by rituals and oaths that bind their members in silence. From the moment one enters their ranks, they swear an allegiance that transcends ordinary bonds. Secrecy becomes an unwavering commandment. This secrecy, this veil of silence, raises a troubling question. What is it that they seek to conceal? What knowledge do they possess that demands such stringent measures to protect it from the eyes of the world? Is there a power hidden in their sacred rituals, their ancient rites, that must remain shielded from the uninitiated? Or is it that the knowledge they hold is simply too dangerous, too volatile for the masses to comprehend? Over the centuries, rumors have swirled about the Freemasons' role in shaping the course of history. It is said that their influence runs deep, their fingers subtly guiding the events of the world from behind the scenes. From the founding of nations to the overthrow of empires, from the rise of great thinkers to the formation of political movements, the Freemasons are believed by some to have been the unseen hand that directed the tide of human events. The American Revolution, the French Revolution, the formation of the United States, these pivotal moments in history, some claim, were all shaped by the quiet influence of the Freemasons. But are these stories mere speculation, or do they point to a hidden truth? Is it possible that these secretive brethren have been manipulating the course of civilization from the shadows, shaping the very foundation of the world as we know it? As we journey deeper into the mystery of the Freemasons, the line between fact and fiction becomes increasingly blurred. Their founding principles of morality, charity, and truth are noble, yet their secrecy, their ironclad loyalty to one another, raises suspicions. Are they simply a group of men united by common ideals, seeking to uplift humanity through personal growth and intellectual enlightenment? Or are they something far more insidious? An invisible order that seeks to manipulate global events, to shape the destiny of nations and peoples for their own hidden agendas? Some argue that the Freemasons are not mere architects of the world, but architects of an entirely new order, a new world order, designed to control the future of humanity itself. These theorists suggest that the Freemasons are not merely participants in the world's political and social dramas, but rather the directors of the play, pulling the strings from behind the curtains, orchestrating the rise and fall of governments, shaping the economic structures of nations, and crafting the ideologies that guide the world's most powerful leaders. They claim that the Freemasons have created a vast network of influence, where high-ranking members occupy positions of power in governments, banks, corporations, and secret societies, all working together to advance a hidden agenda that remains obscured from public view. But is this merely the product of imagination, or is there a kernel of truth in these shadowy allegations? What is clear is that the true nature of the Freemasons remains a tantalizing mystery. Their power, their reach, and their influence extends far beyond the walls of their lodges, and the ultimate purpose of their organization remains shrouded in secrecy. Perhaps, as some suggest, they are the protectors of an ancient wisdom, a knowledge that must remain hidden from the world for fear of its destructive potential. Or perhaps, as others believe, they are the architects of a new world order, masterminds working in the shadows, orchestrating events that will shape the future of humanity. The question that persists, as we peer into the heart of their hidden world, is this: what secrets lie within the hallowed halls of their lodges? And if these secrets were to be revealed, what would we discover? Are the Freemasons the architects of a better world? Or are they, in truth, the unseen manipulators of a world we never truly understood? Only time, and perhaps the opening of forgotten doors, will reveal the truth. But one thing is certain: the Freemasons, whether architects or manipulators, are far more than what they appear, and the mysteries they conceal may hold the key to unlocking the most profound truths of human history. The Illuminati, the puppeteers of the world. Hidden in the mists of history, the Illuminati remain one of the most perplexing and tantalizing enigmas ever to be whispered about in the corridors of power. Formed in the midst of the Age of Enlightenment in 1776 by a group of Bavarian intellectuals and radicals, their mission was simple yet audacious: to foster free thought, challenge oppressive authorities, and ignite a revolution of the mind. But the official records say that their existence was brief, too brief to have ever truly left a mark on the world. Outlawed in 1784, their secretive ranks were disbanded, and their influence was supposedly snuffed out, or so the world was led to believe. For over 2 centuries, however, the name Illuminati has echoed through the darkened halls of conspiracy, speculation, and intrigue. Despite their alleged demise, their presence is felt in the murmurings of those who claim they have never truly disappeared. With each passing year, the whispers grow louder, more insistent, and increasingly difficult to ignore. From the French Revolution to the collapse of empires, from the rise of global superpowers to the erupting financial crises that have rocked nations to their core, there are those who insist that the Illuminati have been there all along, pulling the strings from the shadows, orchestrating world-altering events with a meticulous precision that defies reason. But are these claims founded in reality, or are they merely a diversion? An elaborate, intentional distraction designed to obscure the true forces at play in the world? What if the existence of the Illuminati is not just a clever ruse to manipulate our perceptions of history, but an intentional narrative woven into the fabric of our collective consciousness to prevent us from understanding the true scope of power that governs our world? The symbols of the Illuminati are among the most recognizable and most mysterious in the world. The all-seeing eye within a pyramid, the radiant sun, the cryptic writings. These symbols have come to embody a secretive and omnipotent force that lurks in the background of modern life. They appear not only in the most obscure corners of history, but in the most visible of places, embedded in the very fabric of our culture. From the covers of books to the backdrops of blockbuster Hollywood films, from music videos to global advertising campaigns, the presence of these symbols seems to permeate every facet of modern life. With each subtle inclusion, we are made to feel the presence of the Illuminati, guiding, controlling, manipulating the very direction of human affairs. Are these symbols mere coincidences, the result of coincidence or subconscious influence? Or is their omnipresence part of a grander, hidden narrative that is carefully orchestrated, designed to make us aware of their influence without fully understanding the depths of it? The more we see these symbols, the more we are conditioned to accept the idea that the Illuminati are not just a forgotten relic of the past, but an ever-present force whose influence shapes our perceptions and actions. But why? What is their ultimate goal? As time passes, the debate over the Illuminati's role in shaping the modern world has become even more intense, more polarized. Some believe that the Illuminati's influence extends far beyond their origins in 18th century Bavaria, that they have infiltrated the highest echelons of power, from political leaders to global elites, creating a network of control that spans across continents and generations. From behind closed doors, they are said to dictate the course of history, controlling elections, engineering wars, manipulating economies, and controlling the flow of information. The idea of a new world order, a global regime in which the Illuminati hold ultimate power, has been proposed by many as the ultimate aim of this shadowy group. But how deep does their influence truly go? How much of the world's geopolitical landscape, the very fabric of our social order, has been shaped by their unseen hands? The more one delves into the mysteries of the Illuminati, the more the line between myth and reality becomes blurred, and the more elusive the truth becomes. Some argue that the Illuminati's power does not lie merely in their financial and political reach, but in their ability to shape the very narrative of history itself. Through subtle manipulation, through suggestion and illusion, they are said to plant seeds of ideas, sowing movements, shaping public opinion, and ensuring that events unfold in ways that obscure the truth, burying it beneath layers of confusion, distraction, and doubt. By controlling the narrative, they maintain their grip on power, rendering the truth about their actions elusive, slipping through the cracks of perception, and leaving us wondering what is real and what is fabricated. Yet, despite the theories and conspiracies, the concrete facts remain elusive. Are the Illuminati truly the puppet masters, orchestrating the rise and fall of nations, controlling the world from behind the scenes? Or are they merely a creation of the human imagination, an easy explanation for the complexities and chaos of the world around us? Could it be that the real truth is far more complicated than we realize? Could it be that the Illuminati, with their powerful symbols and elusive history, are merely a front, a mask behind which lies something even more insidious, even more dangerous than we have ever imagined? As we peel back the layers of secrecy, we begin to see that the Illuminati may not be just a society, but a symbol of something far more profound, a force that shapes not only history, but the very way we perceive reality itself. What if their true purpose is not just to manipulate world events, but to control our very understanding of truth and illusion? What if the Illuminati, in all their secrecy and grandeur, are not the ultimate puppeteers, but the pawns in a much larger game, a game whose players remain hidden beyond the reach of our understanding? As we continue to search for answers, the fog of mystery thickens and the shadows grow longer. What if the Illuminati are not the only ones at play in the world of power and control? What if there are forces even greater, more hidden, and more far-reaching than we can imagine? In our pursuit of truth, we may uncover a reality far darker and more complex than we are prepared to face. But one thing remains certain: the Illuminati, whether they are the architects of a new world order or merely pawns in a greater game, are far more than we have been led to believe. And the true story of their existence may hold the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of our world, a world that may be far more manipulated and controlled than we ever dared to imagine. The Knights Templar, guardians of the greatest secrets. Few names in history have inspired as much awe, fascination, and mystery as the Knights Templar. Born in the tumultuous early 12th century during the height of the Crusades, this order of warrior monks emerged with the singular mission of protecting the Holy Land. They quickly became the most powerful military and religious force in Christendom, renowned for their courage in battle, their unwavering devotion to faith, and their unbreakable commitment to safeguarding sacred sites. But behind the glittering reputation of the Templars lies a far more complex and enigmatic story, one that defies easy explanation and continues to haunt the minds of historians and conspiracy theorists alike. At the height of their power, the Templars were not just soldiers. They were financiers, architects, scholars, and political players who wielded influence far beyond the battlefield. Their influence stretched across Europe, the Middle East, and beyond, as they built vast networks of wealth, fortresses, and castles. They amassed treasure, knowledge, and secrets, and their power seemed to grow almost unchecked. But with all this power came enemies, powerful adversaries who saw the Templars not as noble protectors, but as a threat to their own control. The end of the Templars was as swift and brutal as their rise. In the early 14th century, under the command of King Philip IV of France, they were betrayed, accused of heresy, and their order was disbanded. Their leaders were tortured, burned at the stake, and their vast wealth was seized by the crown. The Templar legend was supposed to have died with them, but did it? The legend of the Templars did not vanish with their fall. Instead, it morphed into myth and mystery. For centuries, whispers have circulated, claiming that the Templars were not merely guardians of holy sites and relics, but protectors of far more profound secrets. Some say they were the keepers of knowledge that, if revealed, could alter the course of history. The Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, and even lost manuscripts of ancient civilizations. These relics and artifacts have long been linked to the Templars in legend and conspiracy. Were the Templars truly guarding these sacred objects, or were they hiding something far darker, something more dangerous, from the world? As the Templars were hunted down and their order disbanded, the stories of their treasures and knowledge did not disappear. Instead, they became encoded, shrouded in secrecy, and passed down through cryptic symbols, hidden codes, and whispers. Could it be that the most important work of the Templars was not their military campaigns or their religious missions, but rather their role as guardians of secrets too powerful to be known by the world? Did they retreat into the shadows, taking their knowledge with them, preparing for a time when humanity would be ready to uncover the truth? The symbols of the Templars, the Red Cross, the sacred geometry, the cryptic sigils, continue to captivate the curious and the conspiratorial. These symbols are not merely ornamental. They are thought by some to be clues, hidden messages left by the Templars themselves, scattered across the world in their fortresses, churches, and manuscripts. From the designs of medieval cathedrals to the markings on ancient tombstones, these symbols are seen as breadcrumbs leading to a great and terrible secret. What exactly were the Templars trying to protect? And perhaps more unsettling, who or what were they guarding it from? In modern times, the Templars' legacy has only grown more mysterious. Some claim that the order did not truly vanish. Instead, it went underground, re-emerging in new forms, continuing its ancient mission of safeguarding secrets from the prying eyes of the world. Others suggest that the Templars may have infiltrated powerful organizations, secret societies, and even governments, operating in the shadows, their ancient knowledge and influence still at work today. Could it be that the Templars are not just a relic of the past, but an enduring force, quietly shaping the world behind closed doors? Every new discovery, every relic unearthed, adds fuel to the fire of these speculations. The Templars' hidden vaults, lost treasures, and secret sites continue to captivate the imagination of those who seek answers. From the mysterious catacombs of Paris to the enigmatic Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, there are sites across the world that are thought to harbor the Templars' greatest secrets, places where the keys to their hidden knowledge may still lie buried, waiting to be unlocked. Are these merely romanticized fantasies? Or are they real clues left by the Templars to guide future generations to their truths? As we peer deeper into the mystery of the Knights Templar, the question remains: has their story truly ended, or has it merely been hidden from view, waiting for the world to be ready for the truth? The Templars may have been defeated, their order disbanded, but their legend, their symbols, and their secrets have endured. Could it be that the greatest secret of all lies not in the relics they protected, but in the question of who they were truly guarding them from? The answers may lie hidden beneath centuries of history, obscured by the sands of time, and buried in the shadows of forgotten places. But one thing is certain, the Knights Templar were not just soldiers, and they were not just monks. They were something far more profound, far more powerful, and far more mysterious. And whether they still exist today, continuing their ancient mission, or whether their secrets lie dormant, waiting to be discovered, their story is far from over. The Knights Templar remain the ultimate enigma, a riddle that may never be solved, but which will continue to haunt the collective consciousness of humanity for centuries to come. Modern-day shadows, who really runs the world? In an age where knowledge is at our fingertips, where the digital age promises transparency and the illusion of access to all that happens in the world, there remain hidden corridors of power that remain as opaque as the shadows themselves. Beneath the surface of our day-to-day existence, a select group of individuals gather in the darkness, unburdened by the constraints of public scrutiny, to shape the very course of humanity. These are not mere discussions of policy or global trends. They are the quiet orchestration of decisions that echo through the fabric of history, the silent manipulation of events that dictate the fate of nations, economies, and cultures. There are those who claim that in these secretive conclaves, the true heart of the world beats. Gathered behind closed doors in isolated and tightly guarded locations, leaders, magnates, and influencers from every corner of society meet in environments where no prying cameras, no press, and no public scrutiny can penetrate. The Bilderberg meetings, the Bohemian Grove gatherings, the World Economic Forum, these high-profile events are often dismissed by the public as mere networking opportunities or harmless conferences where powerful figures discuss global issues. But beneath this surface lies a darker, more insidious possibility that these meetings are not merely a social gathering, but the breeding grounds for global control. Within these hidden walls, some argue, decisions are made that determine not just economic trends or political outcomes, but the very future of humanity itself. What happens in these rooms is far from innocent. They are, in fact, said to be the hidden engines of power, where global events are quietly directed, orchestrated, and decided without the consent or awareness of the masses. The secrecy surrounding these elite gatherings is not simply a matter of privacy. It is an essential mechanism for maintaining power. For within these circles, power is not only exercised, but it is consolidated. The elite who gather here, CEOs of multinational corporations, political leaders who hold the reins of nations, financial magnates who control the flow of capital, and cultural icons who shape public consciousness, are not simply reacting to world events. They are actively shaping them, steering them toward a singular vision, an agenda that has been decades in the making, and whose endgame remains hidden behind the veils of secrecy. The names of the individuals who attend these summits read like a who's who of the world's most influential and powerful. Yet the true connections between them are rarely disclosed. What binds them together? A shared interest in global stability? Or is it a collective desire to consolidate power in a way that keeps the world firmly under their control, ensuring that they remain untouchable, invisible, and in command? Some claim that these meetings represent the true seat of power in the world, a shadow government, operating in plain sight but hidden behind the carefully constructed facades of diplomacy and democracy. From these secretive gatherings, the real decisions are made. They are where wars are brokered, where the flow of capital is controlled, where leaders are chosen, and where technology's future is shaped, not for the benefit of the masses, but for the select few who stand to profit from it. The whispers abound that the true power in the world lies not with the elected officials or the public institutions we know, but in these secret rooms where discussions happen behind closed doors. Are these meetings simply about shaping the future of the world through dialogue and negotiation? Or do they represent something far more sinister, the controlled orchestration of events to suit a shadowy agenda? And if so, who are these puppet masters really working for? Are they serving the interests of the global populace? Or is there something far darker at play? What is truly remarkable about the secrecy of these meetings is not just the protection of individual privacy. It is the degree to which these gatherings remain untouched by the light of day. Transparency, which we are told is the cornerstone of our modern democratic societies, is conspicuously absent from these summits. In a world where everything is broadcasted, streamed, and documented, why do these individuals insist on working behind closed doors? Is it merely a desire for discretion, or does the veil of secrecy serve a far more insidious purpose, ensuring that the power they wield remains invisible and the decisions they make continue to control the course of history without ever being questioned? As time passes and the world grows ever more interconnected, the shadowy nature of these events only deepens the mystery. What happens inside the Bilderberg group meetings? What is truly discussed in the private chambers of Bohemian Grove? What agendas are really set in motion at the World Economic Forum, and who truly benefits from them? These are questions that few dare to ask aloud, for to do so is to venture too far into the realm of conspiracy. Yet the facts remain. The secrecy, the influence, and the far-reaching consequences of the decisions made at these gatherings cannot be denied. The fate of nations, economies, and even individual lives may be shaped in these private, unseen moments, while the public remains distracted by the superficial political battles, economic crises, and media-driven narratives that unfold in the light of day. The whispers of a shadow government, operating in plain sight yet remaining unseen, persist. While the public remains focused on the spectacle of world events, the true power brokers continue to shape the future from behind closed doors. These gatherings are more than mere discussions. They are the crucibles in which the fate of humanity is decided. As long as they remain shrouded in mystery, the question remains: who truly holds the power in this world, and what plans are they setting in motion for the future? The truth, if it ever comes to light, may be far more complex and far-reaching than we could ever imagine. These hidden meetings, the actions taken behind closed doors, may very well represent the true heart of global governance, shaping the course of history according to an unseen agenda that few understand and even fewer question. And until that truth is revealed, we must continue to wonder, what are these shadowy figures really planning for us all, and for the world we live in? The answers lie somewhere beyond the veil, in the realms of secrecy where the real power of the world rests, untouched, unchallenged, and ready to shape the course of humanity's future in ways we may never fully understand. The final question. For centuries, the shadow of secret societies has loomed over history, casting a veil of mystery, intrigue, and sometimes fear. From the enigmatic Freemasons to the elusive Illuminati, from the Templars to the modern-day gatherings of the global elite, these groups have captured our imaginations, their influence whispered in the dark corners of history. Their names have become synonymous with power, manipulation, and the hidden forces that shape our world. But despite all the evidence, the speculation, and the countless theories, one question remains. Why do these legends endure? What is it about these secret societies that continues to fascinate, to haunt, to stir our deepest fears and desires? As the centuries have passed, their stories have been rewritten, reshaped, and reinterpreted, yet the core of their mystique remains untouched. Why have these societies, whose tangible influence may have waned, remained so deeply embedded in the collective consciousness of humanity? Are they still active today, their hands at work in the shadows? Or is their power merely the stuff of legend, a reflection of the darker corners of our own imaginations? The question is not just about the societies themselves, but about us, the people who perpetuate their myth. Why do we continue to search for meaning in their actions, to wonder about their hidden motives, to obsess over their secrets? Perhaps the fascination with these societies is not simply because they wield power, but because we have given them power in our minds. They represent everything we fear and everything we desire: control, knowledge, immortality, and the ability to shape the course of human history. In a world where many feel powerless in the face of global forces beyond their control, these secret groups become the perfect scapegoat, the perfect explanation for the chaos and unpredictability that surrounds us. What if, in reality, these secret societies are not the masterminds of the world's events, but reflections of our own subconscious desires? What if they endure because, deep down, we long for the power and certainty that they represent? Are they merely the figments of our collective imagination, constructed to provide a sense of order in a world that often feels random and incomprehensible? Could it be that we are not searching for the truth about these societies, but for the answers to our own fears about control, fate, and the mysteries of life? The answer may lie not in the societies themselves, but in the questions they provoke. The enduring fascination with these hidden groups suggests that what we are really searching for is not a conspiracy, but a meaning, something larger than ourselves that explains the events that unfold around us. These societies, whether real or mythic, are the perfect vessel for our longing for purpose, for understanding, and for the belief that, just beyond the veil, there is a hidden order guiding the universe. But if these societies are simply reflections of our own desires, then what happens when we uncover their secrets? If we unmask the puppet masters, if we expose the forces that we believe shape our world, what will we find? Perhaps the greatest mystery of all lies not in what is hidden, but in what happens when the truth is revealed. Will the world truly change, or will we find that the secret societies were only ever a mirror, reflecting not the world itself, but the deepest, darkest corners of our own psyche? As we continue to seek the answers to the questions these societies pose, we are left with one final mystery. Is the power of these secret societies real, or have we given them power simply because we cannot bear to live without the comforting illusion of control? The final question may not be about uncovering their secrets, but about understanding why we are so captivated by them. And perhaps, in the end, the truth lies not in the society's shadows, but in the light of our own imaginations. Do you dare to uncover the truth? There are moments in history when the world seems to hold its breath, as if waiting for someone brave enough to step forward and reveal what lies hidden just beyond the reach of the ordinary. The secrets we seek have been buried, guarded, and protected for centuries, woven into the fabric of our world like a dark thread in the tapestry of human existence. These are the secrets of the forgotten, the forbidden, and the unknown, secrets that have been whispered in the dark corridors of power, passed through ancient societies, and locked away in vaults that even time itself cannot erode. But the question remains, do you dare to uncover the truth? The truths that might shatter your understanding of the world as you know it, that could alter the way you see history, your place in it, and the very fabric of reality itself. The journey into the unknown is not for the faint of heart. It is a path that leads you into the darkest corners of human history, where the line between fact and fiction blurs, where power and manipulation have left their indelible marks on the world. As you venture deeper into this labyrinth of secrets, you may find that what you discover is not just information, but a puzzle, a complex web of connections, symbols, and hidden truths that cannot easily be unraveled. Every answer will lead to more questions, and the deeper you go, the more elusive the truth becomes. Are you prepared for what lies ahead? Are you ready to face the darkness that has been concealed from the world for so long? The deeper you delve, the more you realize that this journey may not have a clear end, and the truth you seek may be far darker, far more twisted than you ever imagined. There are those who have tried before, brave souls who sought to uncover the mysteries of these secret societies, only to find themselves caught in the very web they were trying to untangle. Some have disappeared without a trace, their names lost to history, their fates sealed by the very forces they sought to expose. Others have been silenced, their voices erased, their warnings ignored. The path of discovery is not without its dangers, for some truths, once uncovered, can never be forgotten. Once you open certain doors, there is no turning back. The knowledge you gain may change you in ways you cannot predict, leaving you forever marked by the revelations you have uncovered. And yet, the allure of the unknown is too great to resist. The temptation to pull back the veil of secrecy, to expose the hidden powers that shape our world, is one that has called to humankind for centuries. But be warned, what you find may not be what you expect. The secrets of the ancient orders, the whispers of shadowy figures that have guided the course of history, may not lead to a grand revelation, but to a deeper mystery, one that raises more questions than it answers. The truth, once revealed, may not be the salvation you hope for, but a curse that binds you to the very forces you sought to uncover. So, do you still dare to uncover the truth? The choice is yours. But remember, some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Once you step into the shadows, you may find that the world around you will never look the same again. You will see things that others cannot, hear whispers that others ignore, and feel the weight of knowledge that others have spent lifetimes trying to bury. The truth is waiting, hidden in the dark corners of history, buried in the symbols and secrets of the past. But once it is revealed, it will change you forever. And in the end, the question may not be whether you can handle the truth, but whether you can live with it.